Gifts of the Camino. This one is important and multifaceted. Thanks for joining. The Camino gives each person gifts, some tangible, some intangible. They're all precious, whether it's something you can hold in your hand or something you learn or you feel. That's what I'd like to discuss in this video. The first one is how to accept gifts from others on the Camino. It may sound simple, but it's not. Let me set the stage. You're staying at a lovely casa rural or a guest house, and you have a delightful time with your hosts. Dinner in their home is most enjoyable with wonderful conversations about subjects that you all have in common. This could be art or music or traveling, books, hobbies such as knitting, sewing, woodworking. Anyway, the next morning, as you're packing your backpack, getting ready to resume your walking, they want to give you a gift. It could be a book or a sweater or a shirt that they felt you needed, something small or something big. It's a lovely gesture, but as a pilgrim with a backpack, every ounce counts, and you don't want to be weighted down with extra stuff that you really don't need. So what do? The giving of a material gift is a physical token memorializing a moment, an experience, or a feeling. It's less about the specific thing that's being given and more about what the thing symbolizes. By accepting the gift, you're reciprocating the gesture by giving back to them the gift of receiving. So now you have an item in your backpack that you don't really need at the moment, and it's heavy. What do? Well, here's what I do. I carry the item with me until I reach a village that has a post office. I package the item and mail it to myself, either at my home address in the US or my address in Santiago. Also, while I'm in the village, I purchase a postcard or a note card, and I write a lovely thank you and I mail it to them from that post office. So what about an intangible gift? Let's first talk about what that could be. Let's say you've wandered off the Camino path and a local recognizes that you're headed in the wrong direction and directs you back to the trail. That's a very lovely and helpful gift they have just given you. Here's another one. It's a little less obvious though. As you walk through the village, the elderly lady out watering her flowers in her yard stops, looks at you, smiles, and says, "Buen camino." Or as you pass by the schoolyard, the children run to the fence and yell, "Buen camino." Those moments are so special, and all are gifts of the Camino. So how do you thank those who give you these kind of gifts? By playing it forward and sharing the Camino spirit whenever and wherever you can. 2 years ago, I was in Sahagún and I stopped for a coffee at an old man bar. This is a type of cafe where you find the elderly gentlemen of the village go every morning to enjoy a bit of spirit in their morning coffee and visit and share stories. A little old lady with blue hair and a kick scooter was definitely an odd sight that morning. The men began asking me about my scooter and how I was managing to walk a Camino with a scooter. Blue Scoot is often a conversation starter. So after explaining how he worked, I managed to get one of the men on Blue Scoot to give it a try. It was a hoot and everybody just loved the experience. Then, to repay the favor, the man gave me the gift of a song. Here is the video which says it all.
Y creí en volverme loco y soñé que te tenía y soñé que te tenía y soñé que te tenía amarradito a mi vera
Y oye mi voz.
y oye mi voz y oye mi voz colombiana. Ole.
Muchas gracias. Here's another gift of the Camino, which often gets overlooked. That is the tradition of obtaining your sellos. You know, those stamps in your Pilgrim passport? Let me first share a bit of history about the Pilgrim passport. During the Middle Ages, pilgrimage was a common one-time event in a person's life. The reasons were either for penance, either self-imposed or a legal order for a crime, or for spiritual reasons. Medieval roads were dangerous with many risks, including bandits as well as unscrupulous innkeepers. To address this, the churches and religious orders began issuing letters of introduction certifying that the holder was a legitimate pilgrim. Causing harm to a pilgrim en route to a religious destination became a serious crime. The medieval pilgrim would show this letter upon entering a village, and the community would protect them, offer them a place to stay, and nourishment. Each community the pilgrim visited would have a designated person to validate the letter and sign it or place a seal upon it. This was further proof that the person was truly a pilgrim. So, now in modern times, we still use the pilgrim credential but have taken it to the ultimate level. The stamps you receive have evolved to fancy logos, artistic elements, brilliant colors, and even sometimes sealing wax and tokens. Here are some that I've gotten over the last few Caminos. This one is sealing wax, and you see how they put a little ding-li-fei there, and then here's another one with some feet sealing wax. And let's see, oh, here's another one. This one is from Vistera, and it's, you know, the wax emblem, and it shows a picture of the lighthouse. And, you know, all different colors. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. Again, the sealing wax and all the different colors. Yeah. So they've really become quite fancy, quite elaborate these days. So you may be asking, why am I calling these stamps gifts? This is something that the business owners are not obligated to do. They do so because they support the pilgrimage and the people who walk it. Business owners often take great pride in their stamp and often make a big, almost ceremony in the act of accepting your passport, finding the appropriate place, inking the stamp, stamping it, then returning it to you as if they're handing you a priceless gift. In many ways, it is priceless. It's a unique exchange between you and the business person. So how do you respond to this wonderful gift? By receiving your passport back, carefully look at their stamp, smile, and say thank you in whatever language you wish. This is the most special stamp that I am getting in my credential. Watch this. Wow, a couple of ribbons, hot glue gun. If you're a regular viewer to this channel, The Perpetual Pilgrim, you know that I always close with live music. Well, recorded live music anyway. Both my husband and I, being professional musicians, enjoy sharing our music with others, including this format. I always arrange some music that corresponds to the topic discussed in the videos. This video Gifts of the Camino, lends itself well to the music from the movie Saving Private Ryan. Not only is it a lovely piece composed by John Williams, but the story of the movie relates how hundreds of people, knowingly or unknowingly, participated in the gift of giving of themselves for the sake of one. The gifts we give and receive on the Camino can impact a life or a moment in time for one or many. Here is John Williams' Hymn to the Fallen.